Hi and welcome back to my channel SciTech. In today's video, to compare all these three smartphones, Realme X7 Max, iQOO 7 versus MI Line X2. Which phone is the best for the gaming? Yes friends, this is another most requested question which I'll be getting every day, and I think so many comments there did ask about which phone is the best for gaming. They are planning to buy the Realme X7 Max, but they are confused to buy whether the Realme X7 Max or the MI Line X2, or should they go for the iQOO 7 smartphone. But this video I'll try to give you the clear idea friends. So this is a review which I'm trying to do after using these three smartphones for a very long time, not very long time, maybe close to 40 days, maybe 30 days of usage only. But MI Line X is the first phone which I'm trying to use from the beginning, and next iQOO 7 is the oldest phone, third is the Realme X7 Max, the latest smartphone. So let's see, in this video I'll try to talk about all this kind of various points: performance, touch sampling rate, features, battery backup and the temperatures. All these details I'll try to discuss in this entire video, so make sure to watch till end of the video. Don't try to skip it. In case if you are the kind of person who is really confused, this video will be really helpful for you. Try to watch till end of the video. So first topic, let's start with the performance. In terms of the performance wise, the Realme X7 Max has got the dimensity of 1200, and whereas the MI Line X and the iQOO 7, both phones they do have the Snapdragon 870 chipset, both phones. Yes, so overall in terms of the performance wise, three phones are kind of similar. Yes, in terms of the performance, another benchmark scores and all those details, you will get kind of similar kind of performance. And if you want to know the another benchmark scores, you can see it here friends clearly. So Realme X7 Max, I am not sure why my unit, I got about highest close to 6,80,000 in my Realme X7 Max from the beginning of buying the phone to till now, 6,80,000 and 6,85,000 maybe. But some users they did receive the 7 lakhs as well. I'm not sure which variant they are using. So if they try to use a 12GB RAM variant, maybe they might be able to get that kind of score. But in my testing, only iQOO 7 phone which crossed above 7 lakhs. But it's not that big deal, I would say, definitely, because we need to focus mainly on the CPU and the GPU most of the time. That is where the real phone wins. So before I used to concentrate on the main score, but later I got a lot of feedback from the users. Can you please try to focus only on the CPU and the GPU? That will be the really important thing. That is the reason I thought of focusing only on the CPU and the GPU. So in this segment, the first is iQOO 7 device, and the second phone goes to the GPU, slightly better in the Realme X7 Max, where it did see about 2,33,000, as you can see, 2,31,000. There's a quite difference is there between all these smartphones. But overall in terms of the benchmark wise, the iQOO 7 is a slightly winner. So I do know the benchmarks is not the realistic thing to compare exactly, but I did use so many applications in both phones, MI Line X and the iQOO 7 device. So many applications, as you can see friends. The list will go on. So many applications I did install in both phones completely, so I did not feel much kind of lag at all even after using so many applications. And even the Realme X7 Max is for normal usage, you won't feel much kind of problems in these phones. So definitely the processors are really powerful enough. But only one thing you need to focus on: the optimization. Yes friends, the few games are not properly optimized for the MediaTek Dimensity process particularly. They are not optimized. Few games like PUBG, Call of Duty, so there will be a lot of other games mainly, so they are not that optimized for this phone for the Dimensity process. That is the one thing which you need to focus on. So Snapdragon process are really got optimized. I'm not pointing out at one phone particularly. I'm trying to say the Snapdragon process are really good in terms of the optimization. So that is the one thing the gamer should always remember. So if you want the latest and highest graphics settings, try to choose the Snapdragon processor. So in case if you're okay with the medium settings, no problem friends, you can stick to the Realme X7 Max and you can save a lot of money as well instead of buying these phones. But still, if you're a kind of person to have the highest standards always, then try to choose this phone, these two phones. So next is the touch sampling rate. In this topic, touch sampling rate, the Realme X7 Max and the MI Line X2, these both phones they do have the touch sampling rate up to 360 Hz touch sampling rate. Yes, these both phones they are having that kind of 360 Hz touch sampling rate. That is another advantage with both phones. But one thing is that in my testing, my unit is not getting 360 Hz, but few of the users they did mention that their unit they was able to get the 360 Hz, but I'm not sure whether it's correct or not. But in my unit, so 360 Hz I'm getting here, but 360 Hz minus refresh rate you need to do, so you'll get 240 Hz. So maybe the 12GB RAM variant has 360 Hz, or I'm not sure exactly. In case if you are the user of the Realme X7 Max, make sure to comment below. The MI Line X has got the equal what the company is claiming exactly, 360 Hz. As you can see right now I'm getting 480 Hz touch sampling rate, and 480 minus 120, so 360 you are getting in this phone. Even the iQOO 7 also exactly getting 300 Hz only. So right now I'm getting 420 minus 120, so 300 Hz touch sampling rate. So in the touch sampling rate section, I think the MI Line X is slightly the winner, but the iQOO they did claim that we'll be getting 1000 Hz of instant touch sampling rate, but I'm not sure how to test that 1000 instant touch sampling rate. So I did do the PUBG firing test as well in both phones at same time, so make sure to check that video in case if you want to know more details. And in the refresh rate, all the three smartphones are definitely a 120Hz refresh rate. There's nothing much difference in the refresh rate at all. That is the reason I did not even mention about the refresh rate overall in this kind of topic. So next, let's talk about the features. Features for the gamers, what is more important is, so first thing, the iQOO 7 has got so many features inbuilt. Yes, that's one good advantage for the gamers, but one another disappointment in the thing is that you cannot use all these options in every game. Yes, you cannot use that. Only few games are supported. That's a very tough decision the iQOO has taken. I'm not sure why they stick to like that, because there's an option which is called the 4D vibrations. Only this game supports. Out of 20 games I installed in this phone, only these phones were able to support the 4D vibrations. Why? I'm not sure why that's the case. So that's another thing which is a big minus point. And next is even the game frame interpretation also. Only few games supports that kind of advantage. I can understand game frame interpretation, but 4D vibrations, why? Even the voice changer option is there, but still only few games will be supported. That's the one thing you need to remember. And one more thing, in terms of having the futuristic options, the Realme and the Mi, they are slightly forward. The reason why I'm saying is because these both phones, they do have the real-time FPS meter tracking. The Realme which we are using, as you can see, Realme, we can get the real-time FPS meter, and that's a fantastic option to have inbuilt without even needed of third-party FPS application. So we can actually have the inbuilt. That's a really good advantage. That is what I'm trying to look, friends. In the iQOO phone, we did not get any kind of real-time FPS meter, unfortunately. In the Mi phones also, you can get this kind of real-time statistics. So right now, this game can run at 120 FPS, but you are seeing the Realme X7 Max cannot do that. No, it cannot do that. So right now, I'm getting only 60 FPS, as you can see, friends. So some users, they did mention that you need to factory reset the Realme X7 Max to make it work. But I'm not sure why I should factory reset, but I'm thinking of factory resetting very soon after copying and backing up all the data. But till then, I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not getting that 120 FPS. I did use a third-party FPS meter in this iQOO 7 device. It's perfect. 120 FPS is perfectly working fine without any issues. So only not having real-time FPS meter, that will be slightly annoying for me in the iQOO smartphone at this time. And next topic is the battery backup. Obviously, friends, in the battery backup, and one more thing, in the features I forgot to mention, the 4D vibrations is really good in the iQOO 7 device. Even though there are only few applications, few games are supported with the 4D vibrations, but these games you can actually enjoy really good 4D vibrations. You do get the haptic feedback from the left side and from the right side, which is really fantastic. That's what immersive experience you will get while using the 4D vibrations. I forgot to mention. And game frame interpolation, I did not talk much about that option because in my testing, I did not find any kind of useful. I think it's kind of normal gimmick only, because make sure to watch that video which uploaded on the Call of Duty using third-party FPS meter. It did not do any kind of effect, nothing at all. And voice changes also present in this phone and this phone, but not in the Realme. I think maybe they might be able to add in the next update. So next, the battery backup. All the three smartphones, they're having the similar kind of battery backup range, only 4500 mAh, 4400 mAh of battery. And in terms of the battery backup, if you want to know while gaming particularly, check this video. So if you watch this video, you'll get to know clear idea about the battery backup. So in my testing, I did find out same kind of results. So there's only 10 minutes difference is there, but nothing much difference you can actually expect in the battery backup. That's the one thing which I was mentioning. So next is the temperatures. So which phone is the highest in the temperatures? Realme X7 Max is the first phone with the highest. Second is the iQOO 7 device. Third is the Mi Linux device. So this is what my category is in terms of the high temperatures. So usually iQOO 7 in terms of the performance, the phone used to perform really high and it will always maintain high temperatures, the iQOO 7 device. But Realme X7 Max, even with the normal usage, after the recent software update, I'm facing a lot of eating issues. Not only me, this is not coming from me, this is coming from a lot of other users who are actually having the Realme X7 Max, and they commented under my videos, so many videos saying that their phone is heating a lot. It did happen with the Realme X7 Max particularly. Yes, friends, yes. The temperatures are really high, so gamers, please be aware before actually buying this phone. Try to watch my videos, try to check, only then to decide. then you can go and you can buy this Realme X7 Max. I'm not saying, I'm not pointing out at Realme particularly, I'm just pointing out at Dimensity processors. We do know we are getting really for less price, but what's the point if you cannot play the games at higher refresh rate? What is the point if you cannot utilize more graphics and gameplay? What is the point if the games are not optimized properly? So for the gamers, definitely friends, don't compromise for the money. Try to buy the phone which has got the Snapdragon processor. That is what one last suggestion I can give. So which phone has got best all-round gaming performance? My pick would be first for the iQOO 7 device, because this phone maintains always the same performance. Doesn't matter how much battery, doesn't matter what condition and situation is, the performance will remain in this phone constant. But that will drain two negative points. Temperature will increase and battery will drain. So that is the one problem. Second option which you are having, Mi11X device. So performance will be little bit kind of less, but temperatures and the battery backup, they will be maintaining really good in this phone. That is the one thing which I can conclude. And third, finally, Realme X7 Max. In case if you don't have the budget, and if you're okay with the medium settings for your next few years and without even expecting any kind of optimization, because I'm not sure when I'll be getting optimization in the Dimensity processors, even I cannot guarantee you that. In case if you want to take a risk, then definitely you can buy the Realme X7 Max device. This is my review, friends, not after using 1 day or 2 days, not after uploading few videos, but after using close to 30 days and after uploading more than 400 videos on these two phones and 200 plus videos on these phones. So this is what the conclusion is. This is not something like paid promotion or sponsored video. So no one is paying me, and all the phones I bought with my own money only, friends. That's the one thing which you need to remember. And if it's sponsored and if I'm getting paid, why I'll upload this many videos every day? There's no point in that. So make sure to understand that one topic. So no one is paying me, and I'm not fan of any kind of particular phone as well. That is another thing you need to remember. So thank you for watching this video, friends, and see you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned for more updates. Bye.